All right, President Trump, he continues keeping the promises he made during the campaign to you, the American people, on the campaign trail. In a meeting with the House GOP and their leadership today, Donald Trump, well, laid out its tax priorities. And Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt spoke on these tax cuts during a press gaggle earlier. Take a look.
These are the tax priorities of the Trump administration that the president has laid out for members in that meeting today. No tax on tips, which is obviously a very public campaign promise that the president made. No tax on seniors' Social Security. No tax on overtime pay. Renewing President Trump's 2017 middle-class tax cuts. Again, these are the president's priorities. Adjusting the SALT cap, eliminate all the special tax breaks for billionaire sports team owners, close the carried interest tax deduction loophole, tax cuts for Made in America products. This will be the largest tax cut in history for middle-class working Americans. The president is committed to working with Congress to get this done.
All right, here with the reaction, the founder of Valuetainment Media Group, Patrick Bet-David, is with us. You know, I come from a working class background. I think you do as well. And I'm like, no tax on tips? I would have loved that when I was working for tips. Would have loved it. No tax on Social Security for seniors? I love that for them as well. No tax on overtime? Guess what? Americans that work extra hard, they deserve to keep more of their money, especially in light of how we know government spends it. I think this is really now the Republicans are becoming the party of working men and women. Your take?
You know, it's interesting, Sean, you're showing those numbers that we're looking at, right? No tax on tips, no tax on even overtime. All these professional sports owners we want to target, a little bit upsetting, but I understand he's got to do something like that. Here's what it makes me think about. What do the Democrats have left? Think about if you're low income, middle income, you're seeing these ideas. It's such a great idea of no tax on tips that his opposition, Kamala, said it a week later. Think about if somebody is sitting there that's low income, middle income. They're a Democrat. They've been voting Democrat. They're saying, how come this doesn't happen to us? How come I've been voting all this way? What do I do now? I feel like the Republicans are more for me than the Democrats. This is a very weird thing that's going on in 2024. I truly wonder right now how quiet the Democrats have been on the left, the establishment Democrat. They're sitting around saying, what do we have left that we can win people over with? Everything that we would like to be known for, low and middle income, he's doing for us. This is a beautiful thing that's taking place.
The only disagreement I may have, and President Trump eliminated the SALT tax, state and local tax deduction. Why should states that elect high tax and spend politicians be able to deduct those taxes when they're responsible for electing those officials? You know, I was the beneficiary of the SALT deduction, and then Trump took it away. I ended up paying more taxes during his first term than I had paid prior to that because I didn't have that deduction. Should he bring back any of that deduction?
I think what we don't yet know that's going on, I would assume, I'm not in the world, but I would assume there's a lot of negotiation going on back and forth. I think they need, one Republican goes against them, they have to kind of give something. There's some kind of negotiation going behind closed doors. Maybe he's anticipating, maybe he's putting some stuff out there, ideas for people to be arguing behind closed doors right now that's going to clear the air. And then they're going to come and make the phone calls and say, hey, how about we do this? What if we do that? And what if we do this? If he needs it. If he doesn't need it, then he can be a little bit more aggressive and assertive about it. But maybe, Sean, there's some things, negotiation taking place behind closed doors that we're not aware of.
I think it's a transformation. When Caroline Leavitt said this will be the largest tax cut in history for middle-class working Americans, it tells me the Republican Party is the party of working men and women. When the president said he will eliminate tax breaks for billionaire sports team owners, that tells me that the president now is, you know, really committed to the working class in this country. And I think the Democrats once had them as a constituency. I don't think any longer.
I'll tell this one last story. In 2016, when President Trump did the first tax cuts, I came to the office when he won in 2017, and our taxes went lower. I held a meeting with all my employees. I brought him in. I said, so how do you feel about the fact that President Trump won? Because a lot of my guys in the office wanted to have Hillary Clinton. They were 60% on the left. They said, well, we're not happy and all this other stuff. I said, well, let me explain to you why this benefits you. They said, how? If my taxes go lower, capital gains, I can pay you more. This is a way for us to give you a bonus because this is taking place. So be happy for this. I hope small business owners find a way to also reward their employees since we're going to be paying less taxes.
You know what? Everyone will benefit. A rising tide lifts all boats. All right, Patrick, great to see you, my friend. Thank you.